I am so tired of thinking about stickers and contact paper and X-Acto knives, and I never want to do this again. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allison if you're new here, and today I am terrified of this video. I am going to be starting a two-part video series on redoing our kitchen. We are currently renters in this house and we love this house. A lot of the bones are super great, and on this channel I've been doing little tweaks, DIY touches to make it a little bit more our home rather than just a standard rental home. And today I have been putting this project off for 2 years. We've been in this house 2 years already, and I've just been scared of this project, and that's doing anything in our kitchen. Now, the bones of our kitchen are awesome. It works. I could leave it as is and be perfectly happy, but you guys know me, I'm a little bit crazy and I love to change things in my home all the time. And today we're gonna be focusing on peel and stick countertops. I've got 3 rolls of what I hope is a good marble looking-ish countertop. My next video in the series, I'm gonna be doing a backsplash, and it's not peel and stick, so it's gonna be a little bit different, so stay tuned for that if you're looking for a different option, but that's not today's video. I did a ton of research on different types of contact paper rolls, and then also I wanted to give you an idea of what kind of countertops we're working with. This is not actual like real stone. It is smooth, it is hard, and if you look underneath this ledge, can you see up there? Like, it is the same material all the way through, but I'm positive it's not like granite or a real stone, but it's also not Formica. So we'll see how the contact paper grips to this. It needs to be removable because we don't own this place and we're planning on moving out in about a year. One other thing to note is that this contact paper did not come in a roll long enough to extend all the way to the edge of our counters, so I'm gonna have to have a little bit of an overlap. I think what I'm gonna do is have the overlap along the back of the countertops. That way it's a little bit more hidden. I can put things on it. Some tools I have to do this project besides the actual contact paper, I'll link all this down below. I have a wall covering smoothing tool. It's for like wallpaper on the wall, but I'm gonna try it for this. I've heard credit cards work also, and squeegees do too. I also have a really sharp X-Acto blade. I just cut it down so it's a fresh new blade. So this is super sharp. I'm gonna use this to go around the edges of the sink and any corners and stuff like that. Something else I'm nervous about using is a hair dryer. All of the reviews that I read said this like makes it look really seamless and not DIY at all. It kind of shrink wraps it around corners and edges and in tight spots, and it also can help you hide any bubbles. If any bubbles come up, you can pop them with a little bit of a blade, and then the heat from this kind of seals it over. I'm a little scared to use this because I don't want it to make it impossible to peel off the counters, but I also think it's gonna be worth it to have kind of a seamless, more flawless look. And I think I'm out of excuses to procrastinate on this project any longer, and I need to just start. I almost forgot to clean the counters before I started this, so I'm just gonna use water and then dry it thoroughly, because I don't think you want the counters to be wet. When you're trying to make a giant sticker, stay at it.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby, don't leave.
Okay, that went really smoothly. My biggest tip from just this kind of piece is to just get started on a smooth edge, hidden. It's a little bit rougher back towards that wall. And then also, all I did was pull the backing off of the roll and then just kept my squeegee centered. I didn't try to smooth either way. I just kept going in a straight line centering it, and that seemed to work really well. Now I'm gonna get to the trickier part of figuring out the edges. I think what I'm gonna do is trim a slit right here and then use the heat gun on these corners, but I don't know if that's gonna actually work. You'll find out along with me.
They say we're crazy, it's too much. And yeah, we're crazy, deep in love. Oh. don't wanna go.
The corner's not great, but it's also not awful. I don't know if I should have cut the slit because now you definitely have the seam right there. But when I zoom out, I don't think you really notice it. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. Okay, I'm gonna go smooth down all of these edges, repeat it to this corner, and then I'll show you the final product of this.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
I'm sweating profusely. This is the easiest part of the entire kitchen, so I'm a little bit nervous about this project, but it looks so good. Yes, there are imperfections. If you come up close, you can tell it's not real marble. Anything that's left on your counter, any nicks or scratches will show through this. It's not a very forgiving material, but walking away and looking at it from a distance, it looks so good. Now, a few things I've learned just from this little 30 minutes of laying a single straight piece of this without having any like hard corners or edges to cut around is one, the hair dryer is a necessity. If you don't have that, you're not gonna get it to curl up underneath the edges of the counter and stick. I think that's like a key part. It's gonna just peel up if you don't do that. It'll also make it a lot harder to get the corners, and the hair dryer is a necessity. Make sure you have one of those when you're starting this project, and if you don't have one, get one, borrow one, you need it. I also am really happy that I did a lot of prep work. I made sure my surfaces were as clean and as dry before I started. That made it go on as smoothly as possible. Also, be prepared for this to take a long time. Normally in my projects, I say the prep work, it should be the majority of the work, prepping the space before you paint something and all of that, cleaning a space before you get started, and that's important for this project, but the actual taking your time and patience of rolling out the air bubbles, using the heat gun, smoothing it out, being very careful is where all of your energy needs to go. It's a very labor-intensive process, and if you don't put in that effort to make it look as flawless as possible, it's going to look terrible. If you want this to be a quick, easy fix that you don't have to spend a lot of time on, or you want to just slap on and move on, it's going to look terrible. So don't start this project unless you're willing to put in that much effort, and don't be afraid to take breaks. I think I might take a little break, let this sit, see if any areas need to be like re-sealed down before I move on to other areas of the kitchen. I think it's the only way I'm going to be able to manage this project, is going little by little.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you, the way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move.
This part of the counter that rises up was actually way trickier than I thought it would be. All the excess that I had cut off from this piece was supposed to be enough to overlap onto the counter a little bit. It was supposed to come a couple inches farther down, and then this whole single roll would just cover it nicely. But of course, things don't go as planned, and that didn't work out. Just the way that it had to lay into the corner was not gonna happen smoothly. So I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit. I also did my first little overlap, and you can definitely see when it overlaps, but I think that if I didn't overlap it over time, there would form a gap in between the seams here. So I think this will be fine because a coffee pot is going to cover it, or a coffee maker will cover that, but I'm going to need to be a little bit more careful when I'm doing the other areas where they're going to have seams. Now I think I'm going to go for just this huge long strip next. Wish me luck, fingers crossed this is okay.
It kinda makes me go crazy. Hey. But we should take it slow. Work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted?
I'm hitting the part of this project where I'm officially nervous. It's not going perfectly. I can't imagine that this would have gone perfectly. It's probably going better than I anticipated it going overall. It's going pretty good. I'm getting a little bit weary of how tedious it is. There's a lot of little details I still have to attend to, and I'm just a little nervous at this point. I'm probably over halfway done. I followed this whole corner all the way around to this edge, so we have to cover the rest of the sink under this backsplash area, and then finally just this little corner over here. So the bulk of it is done, but I'm at the tedious point and I'm like starting to make mistakes and cut corners because I'm itching for this to be over with, but I think I like it. I think. I'm nervous. I don't know, guys. I'm a little uncertain about this project. I'm also rambling and I don't want to just talk your ears off when you're trying to just watch this video about contact paper. But this one is really high quality. Honestly, I think I found the best contact paper I could have. A lot of the marble ones online are way too like blue tone and gray and really busy, and I do not like that look at all. I want like a cleaner look, but not just pure white. My baby just woke up from her nap. I'm gonna quit rambling about contact paper and probably get back to this project once she's down for the night.
Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down? Yeah. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down?
I am so tired of thinking about stickers and contact paper and X-Acto knives, and I never want to do this again. I tell myself this every time I do a project with a product like this. Like, we wallpapered our daughter's nursery, hated the whole process, loved the outcome. I've done peel and stick tiles in our half bath, hated the whole process, and told myself I would never do it again. But here I am. Peel and stick counters are on. I'm still a little nervous. I'm still on the fence a little bit. You can still see that there's quite a few bubbles and imperfections, and you just know that it's not real marble. But I think it shows up a lot better on camera and in photos than it does in person, and I'm gonna live with it. I spent all the time setting this up today. I'm gonna feel it out, test it out. A few things that I learned along the way, besides the blow dryer being a lifesaver, is if you have any like really big bubbles that are super obvious, you can take a little pin, and I just used a regular push pin, and poke a very tiny hole and then push all the extra air out, and that will deflate that bubble. But on the flip side of that is you will be left with a tiny little dot where that push pin made a hole. So make the decision for yourself if the bubble is worth the tiny speck of a hole left behind. For me, there were like one or two really really big bubbles that it was worth it for, and a lot of little ones it was not worth it for. But here is the final outcome. I think it also looks a little bit weird because our walls are a bit yellow toned, and even though I thought this was pretty warm tone out of the marble contact paper options, it is still pulling pretty blue. So we'll see how that looks if I do a backsplash, or when I do the backsplash. But it is late and I want my kitchen to be intact when I wake up in the morning and have to tend to a child all day long. So I'm gonna take the pile of kitchen appliances on the floor and put them back. And then I'm gonna go get ready to go to sleep.
We are who we are. Why don't I be me and you be you? We're spreading color around us. We're lighting up the sky, it's what we do. We shouldn't care about anyone or anything that brings us down. So come on now, let's be free.
Make sure you're subscribed to my channel to find out if I like it, if I end up ripping it off, which is about a 50-50 possibility at this point. I really like it, it's really bright, but you can definitely tell that it's just not real marble. And my biggest litmus test for things in the house that are DIY projects like this is it better than what was already there? And I'm not fully sold that the contact paper is better than the original countertops. I don't love the color, I don't love the original countertops, but I don't know if all of these seams and flaws and bubbles and cracks and all of the rips that I'm sure are gonna happen in this will be better than that, if that makes any sense. So subscribe for that future content. Let me know if you like this video down below. I will share everything I used in the description bar, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Keep on doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing.